Fuck me, Albion's taken over the station.
And the entire police service. But don't worry, if you're not pleased with your privatized goon squad, just take your business across the street.
Can't say I miss the cops. But I can't allow this Albion shit.
Not to worry, the only difference now is the uniform, assault weapons, and the fact they're motivated by profit over public service. Now, any record or information on the Spider-Bot will be further in.
Hang on. Is this the same Spider-Bot?
According to the serial numbers, this matches the piece of Spider-Bot from the Tone bombing site.
Can you do your magic and find the last user?
Navigate the Spider-Bot from out of that room. I'll need a direct connection in order to learn more from our bisected friend.
On it.
That opening right there looks like a good exit point. Right, get comfy. This Spider-Bot might be broken and missing some of its legs, but it can still jump and fit through vents. That's a good way to get through the station undetected. That's a part of the remote detonator system from Parliament. If the Met, or Albion rather, actually analysed it, they would see it wasn't DedSec's handiwork at all. That's Dalton's mask. It must have been recovered from Parliament. Might be the only thing left of him now. grief, fuck, would you look at all this junk? You'll have to jump your way across to get to the next vent opening. You're almost there. Make your way through this last vent path.
Let's see what they see. I'm ordering you. Whoa. Feel good, does it? I got it.
Scanning Spiderbot and accessing its internal drives. While I'm analysing this data, you should make yourself scarce. Unless you'd like to explain to your new, heavily armed, privatised police force why you've broken into the station.
Fine, whatever.
The Spiderbot fragment you found has a satellite-based GPS module that regularly pushed its location to a specific ground station.
This data's getting routed all over the city. So where do we go next?
Pushing you the ground station's coordinates. GPS history of the spider-bot we recovered regularly pings these coordinates. Our mystery witness to the real bombers must have come to this lovely, damp location several times.
Out of the way and gross. Good place to plan a terrorist attack.
Or to discreetly dump a body into the Thames.
Oi, Bagley, you got a way in here.
I'm detecting a surveillance network guarding a space under this bridge. If you can patch into it, perhaps you can take a look inside.
Holy fucking shit. There's like a whole secret bunker down there. Looks like an off-the-books cop shop.
Well, if Albion was stomping all over your workplace, you'd find a different place to store your lunch too. And it seems our mystery officer was dedicated.
What the fuck were they working on that led them to the Tone bombing?
The computer's dusty enough to kill an asthmatic, but there may still be something useful on it.
This is Inspector Caitlin Lau. Well, former inspector now. Since Albion's coup, the Met is no more. The police brass had already buried the evidence anyway. Everything implicating Albion and Clan Kelly in the bombings. But I know Mary Kelly's band of twats were involved, and they're involved in other crimes we can look into. Me and a few good mates are willing to go off book, going after Mary Kelly again. I'll never fucking learn, will I? Inspector Caitlin Lau, video log. Clan Kelly and Albion are teamed up on. We don't have all the. It looks. The European Processing Center is the Albion angle. Since the bombings, they can grab anyone off. Call them illegal immigrants, potential DedSec insurgents, so we know who the real danger. So Clan Kelly gets hold of these people, these immigrants, deportees, victims, really, and they're taking them somewhere. But where and why? All comes back to the boss lady herself. I knew she was into something. Wriggled off the. There's only one way I can do. 24/7 surveillance on Mary Kelly. If I'm caught, well, this will be my last entry. But I have to see what she's hiding.
So, our mystery officer was Inspector Caitlin Lau. Sounds like Mary Kelly was her white whale, and her investigation led her to the bombings.
Shit. We knew Albion were assholes, but they're working with Clan fucking Kelly.
It seems like Zero Days Web covers all of the unsavory bits of London. Tug on a thread, and it leads back to them. Clan Kelly and Albion included.
People have been disappearing off the streets. A lot of people. We have to do something about this.
Inspector Lau mentioned Albion is running their part of the operation out of the EPC. Detectives like us call that a lead.
A motorboat. Negative. No sign of the target yet. All units, disengage. Suspect has disappeared.
This Albion Clan Kelly business leaves a bad taste in my mouth. If Caitlin Lau's right, then this little nugget jumps to the front of the queue. We have reason to believe a former DedSec operative may still be alive, but missing inside the EP.
Angel Lopez, not London-born, but I won't hold that against him. Some others.
Like Angel got caught up in the immigration roundup, which, ironically, may be the only reason he escaped 0 days DedSec purge.
Anti-immigrant sentiment has grown in London since the bombings. Albion fuels it. It allows them to send anyone they want to their brutal refugee camp.
Need to find Angel before they discover he's DedSec. This is kind of personal too. Finding his trail might just shed some light on the Albion Clan Kelly connection.
Shit, they shuffled him off to the EPC, where he's waiting to be deported with all the others, if he's lucky.
I've sent the details to your device and advised our contact at the EPC. They can get you inside. Oh, someone else sloughed off work and now it's your turn.
Let's do it.
If someone thinks they're funny, find out who they are.
So, I've delved more into Caitlin Lau's investigation, and an enormous number of missing person cases centre around the EPC. The inspector was definitely onto something.
Let's find them then, yeah? Angel's in deep if Albion finds out he's DedSec.
Man, it's like they just vanished. Right, fan out and find the target.
They'll never see me coming if I'm one of them.
Who's that?
We lost them. Radio HQ, let them know.
Surrender! Shit!
Start keeping score.
Got Bagley summons. I've already taken care of your entry. Get you in quick and quiet.
Keep this on the down low, yeah? Last thing I need is me being ID'd here.
No worries, I'll spoof. But come meet me on the rooftop.
What's going on here?
Place is worse than a prison camp. Every day I see people come through here, torn from their homes and their families. I'd rather stay and keep an eye on things. Maybe help out once in a while. Like no.
Fucking sickening, innit? Government's fine treating people like this. And if you happen to disappear in here, no one would know.
Well, people have been disappearing. Records say they have been processed, but it doesn't add up. No one ever properly leaves. And with the Kellys prowling around like fucking hyenas, I am not too optimistic about the people slipping through the cracks.
Fucking Mary Kelly, pagan of pagans. Got a nose in all the shit.
Truth. Now. About your missing guy. Best place to start would be the EPC database. Keep a record of everyone that comes in. Careful.
The European Processing Centre. It processes deportees by stacking them up in squalid conditions and forgetting about them. But hey, it's to protect London, right? Pushing the location of the EPC database on your optic. There will be a database here that we can search for evidence on Angel Lopez.
Lucky.
Go on, Bagley. Tell me you found something.
I have. His file has been deleted from the main database, along with hundreds of others. Still very detailed. Even when committing crimes against humanity, the government doesn't skimp on paperwork. Here is a recording labelled Exit Interview.
You know what we do with terrorists, Lopez? Don't go pissing me off by denying anything. We know you're with DedSec. Think you were picked up on some random sweep? Not a fucking chance. Nothing to say. Well, this is not going to go well for you then, because I want information. The rest of your cell, where are they? I want names, places, everything you've got.
You think I'm daft? I spill everything I know and what? You let me go? I'm not talking. I know how this ends.
Oh, I don't think you do. I'm going to throw you to the wolves. The Kellys have an interesting way of disposing with problems.
You think I'm scared of some fucking thugs? Of winding up floating in the Thames? Fuck you.
You're too pretty for that, mate.
I'm out.
First, they'll peddle you. For dosh, right? Then, when you're used up, they're going to chop you up and send the pieces to the four corners.
I can take whatever you've got.
I almost feel sorry for you. Get him to the bloody clinic, then.
You're hench, mate. I think you got what it takes to save London.
You're them DedSec, yeah? How do I know you're not in bed with the new Earthers?
What?
It's a secret cult. Forcibly kidnapping people to live in underground bunkers them call New Earth. Everywhere you go, they're underfoot, and they kill anyone who gets in there. Here, I found some of them. It wasn't easy, believe me. I almost got caught. But here's the list. You handle them, and maybe that can build some trust.
I'll see what I can do.
Shit. They knew he was DedSec the whole time. This doesn't look good for Angel.
The clinic keeps government service hours, which means it's closed. We'll have to find Angel the old-fashioned way and hack their CTOS hub. Deportation limbo, horrible living conditions, unexplained disappearances. It's almost as if the media are deliberately ignoring the situation here in favour of... Oh, look here, Beatrice Stokely, 89, recently took up kickboxing to fill up her days. Fascinating. If the EPC is a typical example of how humans treat each other, I'd say a benevolent AI overlord is a step up, wouldn't you?
Bags, less talking, yeah?
I have reconstructed an AR scene of Angel's examination. You can view it inside the clinic.
Bloody brilliant.
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
Let's make a deal, yeah? Got people outside. Maybe I can help you out. They'll let me out of here.
Procedures, Mr. Lopez. We'll have you out of here in a minute or two.
Fuck, what was that?
They injected him with something. We gotta look closer.
Facial analysis matches for both. They're part of Mary Kelly's little pack. So, Inspector Lau was right after all. And Kelly and Albion are in bed together. What a shit orgy that would be. Microchips, coated with biocompatible glass to prevent rejection.
They put a fucking chip in his neck. For what? Surveillance, tracking.
No, these are more sophisticated. If I had to guess, I would say they were designed to deliver a dose of some unknown compound. Not the kind of thing you find at your local corner shop. I could reconstruct the path he took if you want to see how this cliffhanger gets resolved.
Stay on him. He might have escaped.
Auger! Get him before he triggers!
Fuck! He's getting away! Get after him!
Shit, they're catching up on him. Come on, Angel.
Auger!
Shit, he might make it.
Fucked up! We don't have a match yet. She's gonna kill us.
No, it's fine. As long as he's not damaged, there'll be no waste. Demand's high with the new network.
Yes, you're right. Let's tube him, get him in the van and out to the incinerator.
I wasn't expecting that. Looks like the chip weren't just any tracking thing.
For sure. Hey, that microchip was triggered. Clan Kelly's up to some shit, and we gotta do something. Maybe we can still save Angel.
We need to find him, see what they did to him, and what that fucking microchip is all about.
Seems like advanced technology for Mary Kelly and her band of thugs to be waving around. Could Mary be part of a scary dark web hacker group, like, say, oh, I don't know, pick one, Zero Day?
Interesting theory, Bagley, but hold your investigation algorithms for the moment, will you? Angel needs us.
The incinerator they mentioned is probably the Southwark incinerator. It's practically right round the corner.
I could get used to this resistance fighting for DedSec. I'm a natural.
You wouldn't have been recruited if DedSec thought you'd be killed that easily.
Oh, thanks, Bagsy. Hey, wait, you got beef blood?
Bagsman is like that. Bit of a prick, but dead useful. Just ignore him if he's vexing you.
Search the area.
So, this is where those Clan Kelly boys brought Angel. Ugh, not exactly postcard material, is it?
Now, keep your chin up. We'll find him. There's a camera network that might have caught where they took him. Let's hurry and access that network, shall we?
Man, just listen. What? What's going on, mate?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Bloody hell, man. You won't believe what I'm seeing. Fuck. What? They're burning corpses. Human bodies. This place was supposed to be closed. Perfect spot for a zoo, man.
I've gone over the captured footage. I was able to follow Mr. Lopez down to the cellar, but then I ran out of cameras. Not a problem you often have in London.
That's what we'll do then.
My oh my, deadbolt trumps technology. The door is sealed, but this rubbish chute might do. It either leads to the cellar or your grisly death. Or both, I suppose.
Oh, brilliant.
All right then. Come on out. I'm not gonna cut you. Thanks for the distraction. Gave me the second I needed to take care of this filth.
Fuck, how you feeling? This guy was about to turn you into Christmas stuffing.
He was. I'm fine. I just need a second to catch my breath and find my files.
Hold on, I know you. Caitlin Lau, police inspector. We saw your video logs. I knew you'd be going after Mary Kelly on your own, but I didn't expect to meet you here.
Wasn't always on my own. Who the hell are... You're DedSec, aren't you? Tracked me to the slaughterhouse.
No, sorry. One of our friends disappeared from the EPC. His trail led me here. Hard to believe the missing people ended up here. There's probably little left of them at this point.
And I'm sorry. I don't think there's much hope for finding him alive. The Kellys have got a sick little operation going. A kind of human organ black market. I've been investigating them for months. And they got my fucking files. But I feel like shit.
Just rest now. You've been through a lot. We'll get someone to take you somewhere safe. In the meantime, I'll look for your files after I found my friend. They sound important.
Everything I've gathered on Mary Kelly. Almost enough to take her down.
Well then, all right. It's obvious, isn't it? We should work together. We're going after Mary Kelly too. It'd be stupid to pass on some help.
All right, an operative is on their way to escort Inspector Lau. So, let's find Angel and Inspector Lau's files.
I'll wait for your guy in here. And...
There's no doubt about it. This whole operation is meant to harvest organs. Clan Kelly's chopping off the parts they want and burning the leftovers.
And ripping the organs from their bodies. Certainly without consent. What kind of monster is Mary Kelly?
Oh,
Jesus Christ, what happened to them? They're unrecognizable. Can you do a facial recognition, Bags?
Take a picture and I can run key details past various databases. Unfortunately, I must confirm that this is indeed Angel Lopez.
Shit. Angel. He knew the risks. I did too, but never thought DedSec would get caught up in this. Mary Kelly is preying on London's most vulnerable. She's a fucking monster. Taking her out needs to be a DedSec priority.
Now we need to find Caitlin Lau's case files on Mary Kelly and see if my conjecture may be correct. Could Mary Kelly be in 0 Day? Well done, you got the files. The inspector will be impressed. Now get out of here before someone decides to turn you into minced meat. Chop chop.
No kidding.
DedSec? Caitlin Lau here. I wanted to thank you. I'd be nothing but an anatomy lesson by now. Or a pile of ashes.
You'll be happy to know that Inspector Lau has been escorted to a nearby refuge and is getting her wounds treated.
I'll be fine. Still a little flighty from whatever they gave me. And frankly, a little stunned that we've joined forces.
Never thought DedSec would be working with the police. Even if technically you're not part of the police anymore. But we'll do whatever it takes to stop Mary from doing this to others.
Exactly. You have an organization, I have information, and some backing from powerful people. Pool our resources, and we might just take her down. Mary Kelly's no petty criminal.
Bagley, we all need to discuss these files and what to do next. Call everyone in to meet.
I'll sync with Inspector Lau and prepare a briefing. Statistically, good fitness habits make you much harder to kill. Ready?
Ready to go. Ah, this should help me blend in. Well, at least it doesn't scream test subject. This is nice. Better than what I had before.
There's a potential recruit you may want to check out. Pushing your location. There's someone here who fancies a chat. Pushing the location now. I've heard from Inspector Lau. We're ready for the briefing. Mary Kelly heads up the most powerful crime family in London, Clan Kelly, which should at least be easy to remember.
Under her old man, they were a bit player, then he died, and her rivals started to... Her enemies, her friends, her family. They call her Bloody Mary for a reason.
Early on, Mary abandoned cash in favor of cryptocurrency and brought the Kellys' criminal business online.
Weapons smuggling, drug running, money laundering, all a lot easier without a cash trail. Woman single-handedly modernized organized crime in London. She considers herself to be untouchable. Case in point, from my files you retrieved. Bala Kavi, 19. Sasha Haddad, 28. Radek Stavkovich. All disappeared.
It's difficult to find good help these days, isn't it? Most people, they ain't driven. Not like you. They feel worthless, don't they? The way that the world is, how it uses people. It's horrible. Nice that you have a purpose. Oh, that'll be me, love.
We aren't finished here.
This? Oh. Give my regards to their families. It's horrible. Someone meeting.
As you can see, she'll never respond to information. But there is one she feels. Sandstone residence.
Inspector Lau thinks a police bug in the Kellys' headquarters may have the evidence she needs to finally convict Bloody Mary.
Sandstone is the center of operations. I know the data on that bug will take her down. Get it for me. Get her away.
Pushing the coordinates to your optics. An interesting bit of literature. A journalist has implicated Albion in the disappearance of his source. He claims to have video evidence. We can find this paragon of the Fifth Estate at Food Town if you feel like contributing to another black eye for Albion.
Sabine here, Inspector Lau. I'm curious how you think you can bring Mary Kelly to justice now, with no backing. Even before Albion took over policing, you couldn't lock her up. And she goes on treating humans like cattle.
I had to work within the system. Yes, it was corrupt. I knew it. I just didn't know how bad it was. I thought a strong enough case couldn't be buried.
Oof, now that's a laugh. I ain't never met a Fed who weren't corrupt. Why would it be different going forward?
Because I'm taking it to a contact in the Attorney General's office, an honest solicitor with a hard-on for organized crime, specifically for Mary Kelly. Look, our methods may differ, but I want to help those people as much as you do.
All right. But however this goes down, there's no way we're letting Mary slip the net again. That's not how DedSec does things. Let's get to Sandstone.